Super common question we get asked is, do I have to add weight to every single session? If I can't add weight, am I failing? Am I wasting my time in the gym? Absolutely not. The first thing you have to know is adding weight to the bar is not the only way to progress. You can add tempo, so slow down your reps. You can increase sets, you can increase reps. You can also clean up your technique. So your execution is really, really important, and the ability to actually contract tissues will get greater and greater and greater. So when you do 3 sets of 10 now, in the future, let's say you're turned into a seasoned gym veteran in 6 months' time, you do 3 sets of 10, you'll be able to actually really, really isolate each and every individual muscle group that you are trying to train that bit more, so you can actually get more work in per rep, per set, per weight you're using. Well, on a bit of a side tangent there. Do you need to add weights every time you go to the gym? No. So the way most of your training plans are set up is that you will have heavy compounds first. Your heavy compound lifts will have a shorter rep range to work within. Maybe it's 5 to 10, maybe it's 10 to 12, maybe it's 10 to 15. The idea, when you were starting off your block of training, you should know by now, we're working at 3 reps in reserve. And not when you finish the set, you should be able to honestly say, I got about 3 reps left in the tank there for sure, with perfect technique. Now, with compounds, you can stick with the same weight on the bar. Next time you come into the gym, you can work up closer to the higher rep range that I had given you. So if you were doing first day in the gym, you did barbell rows, 50 kilos for 10 reps. The next day you can come in and you can do 50 kilos for 12 reps. That's massive progress. That's an extra 2 reps of 50 kilos. That's an extra 100 kilos of total volume added. The next day, let's say week 3, you come in to do your barbell rows. You could then again use 50 kilos. The first day you did 10 reps. The second time you did 12 reps. This time you've got 15 reps. You've now hit the upper end of your target rep range. So what you can do next is you can increase the load, add 2.5 kilos on each side of the bar, or better yet, maybe 1.25 and 1.25, and you can go back down to the lower end of the rep range. Simples. Yes, it mightn't feel like you're progressing massively, but you have to remember, if you can add 2.5 kilos to the bar every 3 weeks, you're going to be an absolute monster, or toned or ripped or whatever it is, and you're going to be able to lift basically a house within 6 months to a year. So although you might think that's fast or slow rates of progress now, it slows down massively in the future, and adding 1.25 to 2.5 kilos on the bar for your major lifts over the course of a couple of weeks is massive progress. Now, when it comes to isolation exercises, the exercises that are usually further down your program, you can think about lateral raises, bicep curls, tricep extensions, all the stuff where you're usually using only one joint. These exercises are hard to add load over time. You know, if you added 2.5 kilos every 3 weeks to bicep curls, you'd be able to curl 50 kilo dumbbells in no time. That doesn't happen. So usually your program is set to have a wider rep range. Let's say you jump in week 1, you're able to do 10 kilos bicep curls, and your rep range is 10 to 20 reps. You're able to do kind of 10 to 12-ish reps with 3 reps in reserve. So that's what you do. You do your 10 to 12 reps, you get them done. The next day you go in, there's no way you can grab the 12.5 kilos. That's an extra 25% in load. So what we do, grab the 10 kilos again. Maybe you get 15 reps. Week 3, you come back in again. Maybe you get 18 reps. Week 4, now you have the option, because you're able to do 18 reps with the 10s, you could grab the 12.5s and see what you can do for a set. If you can hit that 10 reps, kind of the bottom threshold we have for your rep range, fantastic, as long as you're leaving a couple reps in the tank. If you can't, you keep with the 10s until you can hit 20 reps, the high end of your rep range, and then the following week you can go up to the next set of dumbbells. You have to remember, this is the long game. You don't want to progress too fast in weights over time, because you're going to massively increase the risk of injury. If you have any questions or queries about adding load to the bar, sets, reps, tempo, anything like that, reach out to your coach. Be more than happy to help you. Completely understand. Training is one of these things that you really have to feel out over time. So if you're feeling like you're a little bit out of depth, just touch base with us. We're here to help.